Market orders are the simplest type of order in trading, and many beginners can get them wrong more than any other. Some avoid them out of fear, and others use them without understanding what they are exactly. Neither instinct is right, and when you know what you're trading or you know the type of order that you're placing, you'll be able to use market orders correctly. That's exactly what we'll be going over in today's video. So what is a market order exactly? It's an instruction to buy or sell right now, filled at whatever price the book is offering. On any contract at any moment, there are actually two prices. The bid is what the highest buyer is willing to pay, shown here on the left, and the ask is what the cheapest seller is willing to accept, shown here on the right. You'll see them sitting right next to each other on the DOM, also known as the depth of market. When you place a market buy order, you're taking the ask, which is where the cheapest seller is offering. A market sell order takes the bid, which is the highest buyer and where they're currently bidding at. The gap between them is called the spread, and that's usually just one tick on liquid contracts, and on illiquid contracts, that spread can widen out. The order book has depth, and there are contracts sitting at every level. The top of the book is the first layer, and that's usually where you'll see the most size. As you go deeper, you'll see fewer contracts further away from where the last trade printed. Every order you send is really a bet on what matters more. Do you need to get filled, or do you need a specific price? With a market order, you get high fill certainty, but low price certainty. You'll take whatever the book offers at that moment. A limit order is the opposite. You name the price, and the market decides whether it comes to you. Neither is better, it's just situational. Let's say you have a momentum breakout and price is running, and you're more concerned about getting into the market rather than the price you pay. A market order would win here. If you're scaling into a support level and waiting for price to come back, a limit wins. If you're trading an illiquid contract where a market order walks the book badly, limit wins again. So the question isn't whether market orders are good or bad. The question is which order type is the right tool for the moment. If you absolutely want to get filled and you're not concerned about the price you get in at, that would be a market order. If price certainty matters more, then you would use a limit order. There's one more thing to keep in mind when using market orders, and that's what happens between the moment you click and the moment your order fills, which is also known as slippage. Slippage is the gap between the price you saw when you clicked and the price you actually got filled at. Slippage isn't a bug, it's a feature of the order type, and there are three things that drive it. The first is latency. The chart you're looking at is milliseconds old. Between the moment you click and the moment your order reaches the exchange, prices can move on you. The second is book depth. If your size is bigger than the top of the book, you're going to walk levels and your fill will be an average of what you took at each price. And the third is fast markets. A news release, a data drop, or a panic move. Prices can move through your order while it's still in transit. Here's what slippage looks like on your fill. Let's say you saw 7,002 half and you got 7,003 even. That's a delta of 2 ticks. That's your receipt. It's not a mystery, it's just the cost of speed. On a liquid contract during peak hours, that receipt is small. It's 0 to 1 tick on a small order. It's basically invisible. But on an illiquid contract or off hours or during a news event, slippage can be several ticks or even points. So the situational awareness piece is knowing when you're in a spot where the market will punish market orders. Now I'll show you how it looks in the platform when you place a market order. First, you'll set your quantity in the right-sided panel. That's the number of contracts you're sending. So it could be 1, 5, 25, whatever your risk sizing says. For this example, we'll do 1. So the depth of market ladder has 2 clickable columns. Buy is on the left and then sell is on the right. Where you click in the depth of market actually tells the platform what kind of market order to send, or what kind of order to send rather. For a market buy, you would click anywhere in the blue column or the buy column above where price is currently trading. So if I were to click here, it would place a market buy order. I got filled at 20 quarter. Go ahead and flatten that. If I click in the right column, in the sell order column, under where price is trading, it would be a market sell order. So I got filled at 19.75, and you can see my position and stop as well as take profit here on the footprint chart. One more thing worth showing are bracket orders. Now you'll notice that when I placed an order and my order got filled, it automatically placed a stop as well as a take profit. That's a bracket order. And you can activate that very easily in the depth of market by coming over here to the right and clicking on simple bracket mode. And I have my stop loss set at 12 ticks and my take profit at 40 ticks. You can modify these. So if I wanted to do 30 ticks for a take profit and modify my stop to 10 ticks, anytime I place an order, this would be a sell limit order, it will automatically place a stop loss 10 ticks away and my take profit at 30 ticks away. Another thing to note is that you see some confirmation boxes here on the right when I place a trade. That's order confirmation. That is on by default. You can turn it off in settings, but I do like to have it on just to know that my order was filled and I'm getting confirmation for that. So now my position is short at 15.5. I have a stop at 18 and then a take profit at 14 even. Now I got filled, I get confirmation, and I'm flat. So when should you use a market order and when should you not? If you're closing before a known event, let's say FOMC and FP expiration, you just want to get flat, that's a market order. There's a momentum breakout entry where missing the move is worse than slipping a tick, you would use a market order. Typically, you would more often than not use a limit order when you're scaling into a specific price level or there's news windows and illiquid contracts. So that's how market orders work in Optimus Flow. It's the same Quantower engine that professional traders pay for, and it's free with a funded Optimus Futures account. If this helped, subscribe for more walkthroughs and head to optimusfutures.com to download the platform and open an account. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.